Hey, welcome back to my eBay bench. We have we have exactly 12 orders that are gonna pack up tonight. But I'm gonna show you a little something that's going on right here. So hold on for 1 second. Okay, so our boy Pineapple, our little dog, he's been having a lot of anxiety from thunderstorms and fireworks in the neighborhood. He hurt himself pretty bad the other day, and I took him to the vet, and we're adjusting his anxiety medication and trying things out. So I've been over in the other room working here for the last hour or so, and he came down to find me, but I didn't know he was here. He's been laying in his little bed, but these drugs are working him over. So here he is laying in his bed. This is how he thinks he's supposed to lay in the bed, half in and half out. So it's been pretty tough, really. Today we had another bad day. Thunderstorms came in, and we were out of the house. We didn't, none of the weather reports are accurate these days because of funding being defunded. All of our weather organizations have been defunded, and so I checked the weather this morning. No call for any kind of bad weather, but we went out for a little while. It was about, I don't know, if it was like 4 o'clock. Huge thunderstorm came in. We got home as fast as we could, and he was beside himself. So the drugs may be working, may not be working. It's so hard to tell. Some of them need some time to get into his system before they take effect, but we're hoping the best for him because this year has been so bad with the fireworks, and there's been so many storms, so this poor guy cannot take it, and I can't really take it either. So if you have any advice for a noise phobic dog, please help me. We're at our wit's end here. But anyway, he's a good boy. He's trying his best to be a good boy. He just has a lot of problems. So we're going to get these 12 orders packed tonight. It's more than I've packed in quite a while, but this is for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So two pretty good days actually, financially. So stick around to the end. I'm going to pack all these I'm going to pack all these packages. I'm going to buy labels for all of the packages, and then I'll know exactly how much each item that sold earned for me, and I'll know how much money we made for each of these days for Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to see what it's like for just a part-time eBay person with a full-time job, how much money is coming in, stick around for that. And if you feel like it, you can subscribe and like this video, comment on the video. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So yeah, please do that, and we'll be back in 1 second and start packing these orders. Okay, pulled all the orders. I'm gonna give you a look at what Pineapple's doing here. 3/4 out of the bed, but he's not, he's pretty doped up from these drugs, so I don't like it. I don't like it at all, but okay. The last few days, I have not updated this tally board. So let's add these numbers here. So Thursday we had 4 sales. 1, 2, 3, 4. Friday 3, 1, 2, 3, and Saturday 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just keeping track of how many sales come in on each day of the week and try to figure out if one day is better than the next. And if I've already, like right now, I'm feeling like Thursday is the best day. You can see it goes down the farthest. I haven't added any of this up, but so I had something I wanted to do as an auction, so I decided to have it end on Tuesday night, because it seems like right now Tuesday I get the most number of sales. That tells me the most number of people looking for my stuff, so hopefully I will get a good result on that sale. I have a suspicion I'm going to overprice it. It's this vintage, seems like a pretty rare Cabbage Patch Kid, and I'm going to start that auction at $400 and see if I get any bites on it. And if I don't, I'll probably lower it to $100 and see if we get somebody bidding on it that way. Okay, this spreadsheet's all ready. I've got everything that's in here that's going to get packed tonight in that spreadsheet. So like I said earlier, stick around to the end. We'll see exactly how much money we made on each of these 12 items. All right, orders. Trying to decide, do I want to go in a reverse order or straight through from the beginning? So let's start at the bottom. All right, so I have a whole bunch of light bulbs that a guy gave me on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna grab a few different boxes right now and try to have them ready to go. Yeah, this guy gave me a lot of light bulbs, vintage light bulbs. And you're technically not supposed to sell incandescent light bulbs on eBay, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. If they want to shut them down, they can, but I'm going to try to get these things sold. So I have several big boxes. Well, maybe three. Maybe I had three or four. Maybe I had 3 or 4 really big boxes of light bulbs, like 80 bulbs in each box, in each listing. But I did have a number of these small, like chandelier style bulbs. I think you can sell these without any issue. I'm not exactly sure, but I think you can. So anyway, I'm selling them. Somebody bought these, not for much, $10 for this pack, but I didn't pay anything for them at all. They came to me for free, so I'll take $10. And after fees and everything, maybe we'll make, I don't know, $7.50 or $8. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these in bubble wrap, even though probably not really necessary, especially not this amount. This is probably $1 worth of bubble wrap for a $10 item. Okay, I have a feeling he's gonna get irritated by the noise of this paper and tape and stuff, but he is pretty out of it. So his main obsessive compulsive activity is this digging motion. He not only does he hurt the thing he's digging on, which is often my 100-year-old original wood floors in my house, but also he hurts himself. You know, he digs so compulsively for such a long time. Sometimes he's bleeding from his paws, and so we don't want him hurting himself. So I guess giving him drugs is better, but it doesn't feel good. He doesn't look good. He's not fun. He's not fun to be around, and I feel bad for him. So I'm hoping that winter comes soon, because that's when storms slow down. We definitely don't have a lot of fireworks in the winter, so I don't know what to do with him. It's been getting emotionally difficult the last couple of days. All right, $10 for these light bulbs. I'm gonna try to not talk about pineapple too much during this video. Maybe I'll just say no more pineapple talk from now on. At least for this video. I'm sure I'll be talking about him again soon. Okay, bulbs. Let me turn my notifications off so I don't keep getting this interruptions. Okay, good. This box weighs, oh, nothing. My scale is off. I guess we had a power outage a couple of nights ago, last night. Okay, pounds and ounces, that's what I want. 8 ounces. 10 by 7. 3. This is going to, where is this going? JD in New York. I don't know. Can you even buy bulbs like this for your chandelier? Incandescent bulbs? I really don't know. I mean, why would you be going? I hear a beeping noise come from the other room. I heard this earlier and I couldn't figure out what it was. Oh, and now it stopped again. I feel like it's probably something that I bought. Like, this is all new inventory. It couldn't be this camera. It has no battery in it. I don't think it's probably this scale, but I guess it could be telling me the battery's dead. Oh, I bet I know what it is. This YouTube countdown I put on earlier. That's gonna be it. Okay, what a waste of time. We've got a lot of packing to do. This is gonna be by necessity. This is gonna be a long video, so shouldn't be wasting time on YouTube timers. Okay, next thing up. This is a Burberry shirt. It's 3XL. I got this at a big rummage sale in the gymnasium of a school fundraiser. They had one section, a separate room, that what they were calling it, like the boutique or whatever, and they put the stuff in there that they thought was higher quality, and they had that shirt in there, Burberry brand. I saw somebody else holding it, and she was looking at some stains around the collar and saying, oh, I think I can get these off, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to risk buying this. So as soon as the second she set it down, I swooped in and grabbed it, because I don't see a lot of Burberry stuff. This might be the first time I ever had. I'm out of tape here. I'm going to switch this out. So I looked at what she was looking at. It was like ring around the collar you used to hear about in those laundry detergent commercials. And I just threw it in the washing machine and it came right out. So this shirt probably worth more than I sold it for, but I wanted it to move quickly. I paid $7 for it at that sale, and I couldn't find an exact duplicate of it, but I found a lot that were very similar. I had some qualms that it might not be legitimate, but I don't know how to legitimatize those kind of things. So I put it about half the price of what others were selling for. So they were mostly selling, like the ones that looked kind of similar were selling for like 75 to 120. Sorry. The ones that were selling were like 75 to 120. So I just listed this one for like $45.99, and somebody sent me an offer for 42. So I just took it. Like, let's just move this. I'm still gonna make money on it, so let's be done with it. NC, this is going to California. It's fine. NC in California. All right, what's next? A CD. Most of the CDs that I have in my shop don't sell for a huge amount of money. This one sold for $9.89, but I mostly only would even consider picking up a CD to put in my shop if I was able to get it for free, or for as close to free as you can get. Like if it was a quarter, I might buy a CD. They do move surprisingly well. Most of the ones I have are like metal, or like progressive metal, modern kind of stuff. That I think a lot of it comes out of Germany. This is called House of Lords, Saints and Sinners. I don't know anything about it, but I got it for free. I sold it for $10. We'll take that. I always, if I'm selling a CD or a DVD, or a video game or whatever, I'm probably going to put it in an envelope unless it's sold for a pretty good amount of money. And I always put cardboard around them to keep them safe. Give it a little extra layer of protection. It's only a $10 CD, but if I was buying it, I would appreciate it if somebody took a little bit of time to make sure it got to me safely. So there it is, going in an envelope. This is a recycled Amazon bag. Take that off. Make this a little shorter. These bubble envelopes do the job fine. I mean, it could go a little faster if I was using brand new ones and I wasn't having to tape them. But we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to take the free materials and use them whenever we can. I do use new materials, but I prefer to recycle if I can, for monetary reasons and for, environmental reasons. So, CD, 5 ounces. This is 10 by 7, 1, and it's going to SG in New York? SG. This guy's a real rocker. Okay, speaking of rockers, here's some Ozzy Osbourne cassette tapes. I've had these for quite a while. There's like 2 cassettes and then one blank, one just the case and the insert with no tape in it. When did I get these? I've had these since October. That seems crazy. October, because I know I bought these at a garage sale. Who's having garage sales in October? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, I did get these from a garage sale. I know I did. I bought some other tapes there, and I made the mistake of assuming the case was what was actually in there. And I brought home several tapes like this, and open them up and get ready to list them, and then it was some totally different thing inside the case. So that was a mistake. I try not to make that mistake again, but I can't guarantee I'm not going to do it. I seem to be making the same kind of mistakes repeatedly like that. Anyway, I guess these probably finally sold because of Ozzy Osbourne's death, which is a shame. I don't like it when I see online people are like, the announcement of somebody famous dies, and then they're all gleefully talking about all the stuff that they sold, which is, it's fine, you can have those feelings, but you shouldn't be going online and saying, thankfully Ozzy Osbourne died, now I can sell a cassette tape. Sucks. You can have your feelings, you just don't have to be running around telling everybody about that. I got a little piece of tape from the end there. I'm just going to use this. This is being extra frugal, I guess. Using up scraps. Okay. So yeah, I bought 3 of these tapes. One of them doesn't even have a tape in it. I probably got the case home and opened it up and had Belle Biv DeVoe or something in there. So that's why I just included it here with this listing. Like here's 2 tapes and an empty J card or whatever you call it, the insert. I figured somebody would want that if they have that tape and they need a replacement for the insert. So it just took 8 months and the death of a classic rock celebrity legend to die for me to sell these tapes. They sold for $21. I paid, or $22. I paid $3 for the 3 of them. I'm gonna write Ozzy on here. It's 9 ounces. 6 by 5 by 5, and it's going to AJE next. Yeah, we still have a few things to get through. This is a paddle from a ice cream maker. I think it's Waring, W-A-R-I-N-G. I bought the ice cream maker. No, I got the ice cream maker for free at a, I usually call it a ransack sale. It's like a estate sale where after they sold everything they think they can sell, they're just trying to clear the house out so they can sell the house. And then just say, come and take whatever you want. Actually, I went to a sale like that this morning. Anyway, I got this ice cream maker there. I don't remember why I decided to part it out. If it was not working or if it was missing some parts or something. But I decided to part it out, and these parts have been selling pretty quickly, really. I mean, this has been since February, but I expected it to be like 2 years before all of these parts were gone, and they're not all gone yet, but they're going. You know, I think this is the 4th part of that machine that I've sold already, and I sold that paddle. It's for mixing your ice cream while it's freezing. I sold that for $20 plus shipping, so that was free. Another free item that turned into $20. It's very light. It's gonna cost very little to ship, 6 ounces. And this is 10 by 7 by 3, and this is going to TT in Oregon. TT all the way out there in Oregon. TT. Okay, here are some infamous pants. I think I'm gonna want a different package for these. They won't fit. They're not gonna fit in one of those, but I do have some other boxes that they'll fit in. I could put these in an envelope or just in a bag, but they did sell for $35. It's not, you know, it's not a fortune, but it could be considered a decent amount of money. I'm gonna put it in a box. And I have tons of these boxes, so might as well. So these are the infamous pants. I was thinking about keeping them. I put them on one morning when I needed to check the mail or something. I can't remember why I stepped out onto the front porch. And I forgot that they were tear-away pants, and they tore away. I guess the top buttons, I guess I'm a little too big for the waist size, so the top 2 buttons, one on each side, tore away. They snapped open, and those pants fell directly to the ground while I was standing on my front porch. So luckily nobody was around, and luckily my blink cameras didn't catch it for some reason. I told my wife first thing she did was go and check the cameras. It wouldn't have been the first thing I thought of, but she immediately thought, let me go see if I can find that video, but did not happen. Luckily for me, there's no evidence of my exhibitionism except for me telling you about it over and over again. All right, pants. I'm gonna put TA, tearaway. 1 pound, 11 ounces. So that's just 2 pounds. 13 by 11 by 3, and it's going to, this has got to be going to somebody good, DH in Kansas. So where did I even get these? Oh yeah, I remember. I got a bunch of Adidas clothes at an estate sale for super cheap. It was one of those like make a pile and then they make you an offer. And the offer that she made me was unbelievably low for all the stuff that I got. So I paid 58 cents for these pants, and I sold them for $35. That was all the way back in May. You know, it was not too terribly long ago. All right, board game. All right, this is a board game called Lorenzo il Magnifico. It might be just Lorenzo the Magnificent, but this might be a foreign language version. Or maybe this is a version that has tons of different languages. Some of this writing seems to be in quite a few different languages. So the Made in Italy masterpiece. So apparently made in Italy. It has a lot of different languages in here. I don't know much about the game. I know this one. This is something I don't. One of the reasons why I don't like to buy board games, because you have to go through every one and check all the pieces. You know, make sure that everything that's supposed to be there is there, and it can be very time consuming. And then you spend 45 minutes, and then the very last piece you're checking is not included. So it sucks when that happens. I think this is going to be too small. Yeah, too small. Okay, so I'm going to go to my heap. Got a heap of cardboard boxes here that I'm supposed to be breaking these down and finding a way to store them neatly. I had them back here in this area, but I needed that space for I'm trying to build a soundproof room for pineapple. So this is the exact right size box anyway, so this will be good. I don't think bubble wrap is probably useful in this scenario, but this was an expensive game and I want it to. Also, I think it's going to Poland. It's definitely going overseas. I think it's going all the way to Poland. So let's spend an extra minute and a couple extra dollars to. This is the wrong bubble wrap. This stuff is just snapping under the weight of the game. All right, I'm doing this for appearance. I want the buyer to get this and be happy that I took the time to put a little extra protection on it. But I don't think it's going to really help it that much. I'm going to put paper all around it anyway. So yeah, I probably spent an hour sorting this game out. Some of these modern games, the number of pieces that they have is astounding, and they all very often they're like cardboard pieces that all kind of look the same. He's totally out of it. He's like totally out of it. He wasn't responding to me at all when I was talking. I was actually worried that he was dead or something. He was so inactive. Okay, so anyway, bubble wrap is just there for appearances, I would say. I'm gonna put a good amount of paper in this box. Somebody's waking up, a groggy little boy going about his business. So I'm gonna put paper in here, crack this up as carefully as I can. It's going through the eBay International Shipping Program, so that is very close to me. I live in the northwest side of Chicago, and where is it? Glenview? I can never remember if it's Glendale or Glenview. There's so many towns that have the same name here. This is in Glendale Heights, so it's maybe 15 miles from here. So it should have no trouble getting there safely, and then it's up to them, the eBay warehouse people, to get it all the way. Did I say Poland? I think it's going to Poland. Whoops. Learn more, no. Show address. Show recipient address, yeah, Poland. So luckily it has all those languages on there, so somebody in Poland can play this. That was a pretty good sized box for this. There we go, good. This thing probably will come off easily. They usually do, no, stick it. So I usually like to use new boxes if it's going to eBay International, because I just want them to see that I'm packing stuff up respectfully or whatever, but this is gonna be okay. Okay, this, I forgot what it was called already. I'll just write game and hopefully I'll remember. This marker is dead. I used that marker maybe a total of 6 times. Game. It's gonna be pretty heavy. 5 pounds 14. I was gonna put 6. How big is this? 15 by 12 by 6. And who's it going to? Oh, EIS. I might have multiple EIS here, so I should probably put more information. AR. And I saw another barcode here. I'm going to cover this one just in case it causes a problem with the USPS scanning or whatever. Okay, stand this up. Next, this book. This is a book. It's not quite out yet. Is it going to fit in here? I think it's going to be too tight. So this is an advanced reader copy of a book that's coming out in October, I think. And I wanted it to sell a little bit better than it did. But I got a lot of offers on it for like kind of lowball offers. I think I was asking $40 for it, and then as the publication date gets closer, I lowered that price. So it's down. I got it down to like $26 or something. And then people were sending me these $14 offers that I kept rejecting, and then I got one today for $18, and it's been sitting here too long. The longer it takes to sell, the less it's worth. So I decided to take that $18 and be done with it. Let's put some tape here. I don't know why I'm doing this, wrapping it up like a back alley Christmas gift. This, for $18, I definitely could have wrapped this with cardboard and put it in an envelope, but I've committed myself to this box at this point. It's not going to add any extra weight. Okay, October. This is 1.5, and what are these boxes? 13 by 11 by 3. It's going to JL in Missouri. I can see my family on this phone trying to ask me questions, and I'm ignoring them until I'm done. All right. This just got listed today and it's sold today. It's called a Lunatic. It's a watch band to turn your iPod Nano, 6th generation iPod Nano, into a wristwatch. And I think it's from about 2003. Is that when those iPod Nanos were out? I don't know. Anyway, I got this at the Goodwill for $3, $3.30, and sold quickly. Listed today, sold $25. What box do I want to use? I'm just going to use one of these. There's one right here in front of me. I probably have some more slightly suitable boxes, but we'll use this one. I do like it when I'm able to use the same box, the same size box. It feels like a professional business when you go into the post office and all your boxes are exactly the same. It looks like you're a manufacturer or something, selling a product over and over again. But in my case, I'm just selling random weird junk. So yeah, $25, not bad. What's it called again? Luna Tick. Only 9 ounces, 10 by 7 by 3, and it's going to TS. Okay, running out of space here. I'm gonna have to move some things around. All right, next up, put this out of the way. I'm gonna move these boxes out of the way right now because the next one is probably the most complicated package of the day. That marker I think is garbage, so throw it away. This isn't exceptionally complicated package because these plates are pretty small. They're only, what, 7 inches? But compared to the other stuff we've been doing, this is pretty complicated. Oh, I'm gonna need that. I don't need these anymore. I'm just gonna set them out of the way. We'll use those tomorrow probably. Okay, I've been saving some of these pieces of cardboard that are not exceptionally useful because I use them like this. I put them in the plates or bowls or whatever, and then I'll put bubble wrap as well. It's just kind of keep these things from touching each other. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoops, I'll put 3 in each one. And then I'll put 1, 2 layers of bubble wrap between each one, and then stack them and then wrap them, and we'll be sitting pretty here. This will be keeping them perfectly safe. So my idea is basically to pull these plates together with the stretch wrap as tightly as I can so they can't wobble around and bump into each other in shipping. So stretch wrap, as the name suggests, you stretch it when you pull it and then it stretches back a little bit and pulls it tight. So there we go. Those are perfectly safe right now. They will not be able to. I think the most likely way a plate like that gets damaged in shipping is by bumping into its shipmates. I'm gonna wrap the whole thing in bubble wrap again, and then I might follow that up with one smaller piece going the other direction. In fact, I'm just gonna do that right here. Take this one off and then go shoot. I grabbed onto the tape thing dispenser. Okay, I want this tight. I want this final piece tight. So I could go as far as double boxing, but I'm not going to. That's too much. That's too much to ask. All right, what do we have here? I'm gonna end up with another piece very similar to that, I think, before we're done, because I'm gonna use this. I probably could use a slightly smaller box, but I'm gonna use this one. And do I want it? No. Okay. I have to cut these flaps off. I'm gonna go through this as fast as I can. Get this one done. There's just a couple more left after this. And we still have to buy labels and get everything else done. Okay, now here's a box resizer. We're gonna stick this in here and make this box a little shorter by about that much. So those flaps we just took off, we're basically duplicating them right now, making these sides go down. Might as well. I could have a use for these for sure, but I think I'm gonna just throw them in the bottom. Give this box a little extra stability for protection from these plates. And then we're all set, really. Okay, paper again. The basic idea is to keep the breakable object as far away from the walls of the box as possible, which might seem obvious, but might as well state it. Okay, let's get this. So the box resizer just scores a line there, so when you try to fold the box, it should fold on it perfectly. This one's a little tough because there are other score marks on here built into the box. And the box is trying to bend on those marks instead of the one that I want. Corners, I'm filling up the corners with paper, and then we'll just fill the top and close it. Those flaps were a little shorter than the ones I cut off. So I'm gonna put a piece right here. This again, give a little extra protection, but mostly it's just filling the hole that was in the top so that there's no air showing through, no light showing in there. Feels good. Plates. These plates were Wedgwood. I bought a ton of plates in October of 2023, and I just sat on them for a long time. It took me quite a while to get around to listing them. but I got almost all of them listed now. And they've been selling pretty quickly, fairly regularly. I think I've been selling like probably 3 or 4 lots of plates a week, maybe more. These I paid $6 for, and I sold them for $28 plus shipping. 4 pounds. 12 by 12 by what? 7? 7. And they're going to, where are they going? JJ Dynamite, all the way in Houston, Texas. So those are done. Okay, what's next? This is, I can't remember if this is the last one or if I still have some of these, but it's a, let's see, what is it? Screwdriver rail extension kit. It's for a garage door opener. I don't know what it does, but I do know that I have sold it once before and it came back, and now I'm selling it again. All right, I have options here. I'm gonna choose this one. I'm gonna make this box a different size. I bought 5 of these things from a yard sale last summer, and I sold several, whatever, 2 or 3 of them. And then I think I sold the last 2 to one guy, and I was pretty glad to have sold them because they're like $55 a piece. And then I was wondering why he was buying 2 of them, because I think it's a kit for a garage door that you don't need 2, you just need 1. And I think he discovered that when he got them because he wanted to send 1 back. But he did it in a little bit of a underhanded way by saying that that one of them was not as described and that he would be happy to keep it even though it wasn't what he wanted, and then send the other one back, which is not the case. He just knew if I say that, if he said it was not as described, then he would get free shipping on sending it back, I'm pretty sure. So I took it back and lost $10 or $12 on that deal, but I'll sell it again. It'll be fine. We'll make that money back here. I only paid $5 for these, and I'm selling them for $55. I keep forgetting the number. That's where I'm supposed to be putting this. That's why I've turned this box over several times, because I'm talking and not working. This is essentially the same as that resizing tool, but handheld. Okay, this needs to be cut. This needs to be cut. Okay, now we have a skinnier box, and we'll tape it up this way, and then we'll make this box shorter, just like we did the other one. Folding these down. In fact, let's cut these off. Essentially, I could just throw it in here now and fill it with paper, but then I would be spending a lot of money on paper. So I'm gonna shorten this. Also, this thing is, I mean, this is a part of a garage door. It's not a fragile piece. It's just a bunch of metal in a cardboard box. All right, this is how small. This is how short I'm gonna make this, whatever that mark is. Put these in here and I'll use them again sometime in the future. Okay, good enough. This one's turning out to be almost as complicated as the ceramic plates. Okay, fill this with paper just like normal. Good enough. I have this stuff. This is essentially garbage that came in another package, so I might as well use this instead of wasting on paper that I had to pay for. Because like I said, this thing is not gonna get broken. I mean, how could it get broken? It's just metal bars, metal brackets. Just get this closed. Too long. I'm starting to sweat now. These last 2 packages of hard work. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. That scoring is meant to be done on the inside of the box. Since this is on the outside, I'm gonna tape over it to try to protect it a little and keep that from splitting while it's being shipped. In fact, I might do it. It's hard to know what's going to move while it's shipping, because there's the stuff that's inside the box. That's the actual metal that's inside the box doesn't have any kind of padding around it, so it moves around on its own. I don't want this thing to shake this way and have a piece of that metal go shooting out. Okay, label, cover this junk. I'm gonna cover, should I cover this? No, I'll just use this as stick this on here anyway. Okay, I'm at a garage on here. I don't remember what it's called. It's 3 pounds, 4 ounces, 21 by 7 by 6. And it's going to DC not in DC, but in Colorado. Okay, this is taking it out of me. I'm tired tonight. Finally, this is a game of some kind. I don't know exactly what it is. It's called Carta Impera Victoria, so it looks like it's like a civilization type of a game. It's not a big seller. I only sold it for $9.99. And what did I pay for it? $2. It says I got it at a church sale. I don't remember getting that. It was in June of last year, so that's a reason why I don't remember it. It's too long ago. All right, got all this stuff out. Might as well just use it now and be done. Okay, let's finish this quickly. Last box. Where'd my marker go? This is Siv. S-I-V. I put G-I-V. I think I'll remember what it is. And it's going to TN, which is not Tennessee. £1.7, $11.97. Okay, I'm gonna go buy labels for all these packages and then come right back. We'll go through each one. You'll learn exactly how much profit we made on these things, and then we'll talk about profits for the whole day, the whole 2 days really, and then see how we're doing on our goal for the year. So stick around. Okay, all of these boxes have labels, and that was a bit of a chore because I put all the information for all the labels in. I pressed order them. It was like $77, and then eBay purchased the labels for me, and then the page crashed and it said I had to print every single one of these labels individually. So I just spent about 20 minutes on just buying labels. So thanks eBay, get it together, fix your problems. Okay, here we go. Let's go through everything that we sold on Saturday, and we'll start with the 4-pack of Sylvania light bulbs. Those are the little chandelier bulbs. I sold those for only $10, but after fees and the shipping that I charged and the shipping that it cost, we ended up making $9.29 on that 4-pack of bulbs. The Burberry shirt sold for $42. I paid $7 for it, so that's a big cost of goods cut out of there right then. And that shirt earned $30.51. The next thing up was a House of Lords CD that earned $7.64. The cassette tapes, the Ozzy Osbourne 2 cassette tapes and 1 blank empty cassette tape was worth $16.23. The ice cream paddle, $18.76. So that was everything. No, one more thing sold on Saturday. The Adidas breakaway pants, my everlasting shame. Those pants earned $29.86, so pretty good. So the total for Saturday was $112.29. Better than we've been doing most of this month, but not quite as good as I would like to be doing. And then, okay, everything that sold today, which is Sunday, let's start with this Lorenzo El Magnifico, the board game. That I only paid $4.10 for it, and I sold it for $85 plus shipping. So that was a good turnaround. That game earned $68.91 after shipping labels and fees and everything. The book, the advanced reader copy, $14.07. The Lunatic, which turns your iPod into a watch, $20.06. The Wedgwood plates, the 4 plates, only $17.26. The garage door opener thing that was purchased once and resold earned $45.18. And the game, the civilization game Carta Impera Victoria, is a card game, only $5.74. But when you add all of that up together, we earned $171.22. So my goal for the rest of the year is to make $170 on average per day. So that's good. We made that for today, but since we had so many slow days this month, the average per day profit during July is only $106.70. So we need this average to skyrocket over the next, three days? Today's the 27th. We got like 3 more days this month. So we need like $3,000 days in a row, which is not going to happen. It seems like most of the year so far, the average per day has been $108. So we're basically right on track for that. It's at $106.70 right now. So we'll see. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that we're going to sell. Well, it's 10 o'clock right now. We could sell a couple more things tonight even. I think that's possible. But we're just keeping our fingers crossed that the rest of the month is going to be strong, because we need to make quite a lot more money every day if we're trying to get to $50,000 for the year, which is my goal. I don't know that we're going to make it, but we're going to try. So stick around, come back every day. I post videos every day of the week about my journey trying to make $50,000 selling all this garbage on eBay. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.